So I'm sure that most of us here have friends who have had like a negative impact in our lives. Usually they tell you, here, have another beer, here, smoke this, here, do that. Well, I came across this quote, if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. I come to agree with this quote because I feel like if you let someone who's close to you change his perspectives, if you let them take charge, most likely you're gonna end up in the bad steps. Like, I want to talk about one of my experiences. I have a good friend of mine who was my best friend. I guarantee you, when I first met him, I was shy. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to skate. I was just kind of new to the world. It was kind of like I just sat in the back. I didn't talk to anybody, stayed quiet. This guy just came along, brought me, and he's like, hey, come on, man, let's go to this party. He's like, hey, I've never been to a party, dude. I've never done this. Come on, man. Be my wingman. Just come with me and just do whatever I do and everything will be cool. Okay, cool. It happened. Got used to it. The environment was cool. Kept eating. We kept just. It was awesome. It was awesome. Time went on. He became my best friend, and it wasn't until high school that I realized, hey, something's going on here. Like, my grades were falling down. There was just wanted to go out every Friday, Saturday, even Sundays. Just probably not even come home till Tuesday. And it wasn't until one day that I realized, like, you know what, this lifestyle isn't for me. It wasn't that it just gave me an impact, but it's something that happened to him. He drugged himself out and then decided to do something stupid. He went out and looked for someone. He looked for someone and beat him up, tried to scare this kid, and then ended up stabbing him. This kid didn't get scared and ended up dying. My whole life changed. This one guy who I was so close to, who I knew that wouldn't even hurt a fly, was in jail. This guy is now doing life in jail that I don't even have time to visit him. So this brings me to my second point. I feel like if it's not those that are around you that are doing something to motivate you, then it's not good. Like, if you want to be successful in life, you have to hang out with the elites. Your friends usually your friends are your friends, it's cool and everything, but sometimes it's not the best for you. You just gotta go out there and think about it. And then, lastly, I just want to talk about how I changed. Like, look at me now. Guarantee you guys, if I showed you guys photos of how I was back then, I guarantee you guys would not believe it. Some of you guys look at me like, oh, look at this guy, just conceited ass guy or something. I'm just like, it just completely changed. It's just, I wanted to better my life. I got a job. I got 2 jobs, as a matter of fact. I came back to school, which I never thought I'd be here doing so. And I just feel like it's expanded my mind, my knowledge. I don't want to be in one spot. I want to travel. I recently got to travel to Hawaii, which I got to explore for the first time, which was amazing. I guarantee you guys ever get married, go to the honeymoon, man. Go there. Honolulu, beautiful. But I just feel like everyone can change. So that's why I agree with this quote. And that just brings me to my conclusion. Like, do you. Think about the future. Don't think about now. Don't think about what's happening, like, at the party. Do you. Thank you. Yeah. That's cool. I was not. Yeah, she seen me when I was young. Like, I grew up with her, so like, we never talked till this class. Before,
we just cross each other.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, I did varsity. I just made varsity.
The first day I went to I guess I got something. Everyone.
Oh god.
Everyone.
They hate it.
All right, Kenneth. I thought the opening was fine. You had a good identification of what your topic was. You got a very clear preview. I think you need, excuse me, not preview, a very clear purpose statement. The preview was not very clear. I think you needed to set that up a little bit more effectively. But there was a structure when you were speaking. You had some distinct supporting points. The first point is the one that gets all the development because you've got a dramatic story that goes with that, and you kind of relate it to us. When you get to the second point, it's not really developed. It seems very abstract, and so as a consequence, I think the speech becomes a little bit less successful as you go along. You know, your first point is your strongest point. It might be a good idea to maybe start with something that's a little bit more ambiguous at the beginning, and then build to something that's more precise toward the end. That'll make it seem like you're thinking harder. You know, it's a way to fake us out in some way. The presentation issues, I think you've got pretty good energy in your voice. Reasonable variety there. Sometimes you can project a little bit more. The best thing about your voice is that you get going and you roll pretty smoothly through the speech. There aren't any hesitations. You seem like you're comfortable speaking. You keep going. Your ideas flow together very well. Now, a couple of things about the presentation that are noticeable that you really want to watch out for. Your gestures, they tend to be kind of down. You know, you're just sort of to the ground sort of thing, and your feet are moving all the time. It's you do not stand still for very long anywhere. When you watch, it's not quite pacing because you do look like you're trying to put it into the speech and what you're talking about, but it looks like you are uncomfortable speaking while you're doing that because you're doing so much of it so consistently. You may not even know that you're doing that. I don't know. You don't even know anything about it. Did anybody else notice that he was moving a lot? Okay. Like I said, sometimes we don't even know that we're doing those things. That's why you have the video. So go and watch the video and see, because you don't always see things that other people see. And I know that, you know, that you're trying to kind of emphasize a point and you're stepping forward, but when you're doing it constantly. So you need to kind of settle down on that. All right, thank you.